Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Drawing with Seb. Today is going to be once again a very chilled out session. We're just going to be drawing because I need to get on with some animation. But once again, it should be a very chilled out, relaxed session where you can either draw along with me or just chill out and enjoy the ride. It's getting a little bit colder nowadays, so I've gone ahead. I got myself a blanket. If after a while I'm getting kind of cold, just wrap myself up in this. Be kind of cozy, kind of nice. And yeah, we'll see how we get on really. But yeah, we're just going to get on with things, get everything in a way which we're happy with, and make some animation basically. So let's get on with it. All right. So this is a different shot from last time where we've got a little bit more. We've actually got two shots here. We've got a bit of body movement here, and then we then do essentially what is a cut here to a different perspective, and they move past the camera over this way. So sort of like towards in a way. So we are going to do a few things here. First thing I want to do is I want to actually do some really loose roughs here so I can start to map out what I'm going to do with the movement basically. So I'm going to, for now, turn off the body layer, and I'm going to do some really loosey-goosey sketches, which I'm going to use as references. So I'm going to go from there to there. So if I think they're going to move slower to begin with, so I'm going to add an in-between here. We're going to have this kind of shape after they begin to move. I'm going to turn the size down on that so we can get a little bit more precise and a bit more scribbly. So I'll do a little bit in the middle there, and then what we'll do is going to be kind of like that. And start bringing the hand down here. So I don't think it reappears. Oh, it does reappear after a bit. Oh, I think no, hang on a minute. It wasn't there, then it starts to come in. So if we just rub that out for a second, get the head back in. In fact, that might have been a drawing error, to be honest with you. What's our reference like? I think their arm starts there. Is our drawing layer working? No. Okay, we need to refine this layer. In fact, this one looks as though it's working. Yeah, I think it's a drawing error. I think this is missing the arm here, so I'm going to actually do that real quick. Bring that back in here. Just like so. Nice. Cool. And bring that back like that. Lovely. Okay, so that's there for now. And what we'll do as well is we'll turn that layer back off. And I'm going to duplicate this. And I'm going to move this over into that new folder that we made for our loose sketches. Drop it in there. It should be that one, so I'll delete that. I'm going to change the name of this one to 8. Just like so. And now, there we go. Oh, was that the head layer? No, I think that's right. Yeah, that's correct. Cool. Excellent. Yeah, that's more like it. All right, brilliant. So all we can do is we can continue with our loose sketching here. So the hand should stay where it is. That shouldn't move. Something just real loose like that, just so I know the rough placement of things. And again, we'll do the same here. Again, ever so slight change, just getting that loose change of position, basically. We're not getting too fussy here, we're just keeping it loosey-goosey. Just so we know the clothing is going to, and the shapes are going to change ever so slightly between each frame here. But again, super loose, super goose, super relaxed. Something like that. And then again, we're going to sort of ease to these positions here. So to get to this point, in fact, these ones don't need it as much. I might be doing these just going straight to the full, but these in-betweens here, I think are where we're going to need a bit more looseness. So we've got from frame 10, and they come back on frame 15. So if I just go ahead and turn these off for now, and just before frame 15, we're going to add another one in. And this is where we're going to do some really loose sketching. So I'm actually going to turn the head off here as well, so it's not distracting. And I think the arm is going to be kind of swinging around. So we're going to have the hand about there, the sort of elbow there-ish, kind of like that. That's going to go across. And they would be kind of still turning with the rest of their body. The little doll, kind of like there, something like that, and the kind of robe going across there, with that kind of in the middle, but that arm very much still coming across. Let's see how that looks. Yep, and then we'll do the one before that as an in-between of those two. So the doll about here this time. Might bring the doll a bit further over actually. Again, we're just figuring it out, getting a loose position for things. And just doing real loose sketch. Just to get a feel for where things probably are. There we go, something like that. I don't think we did the underneath bit on that one either. There we go. There we go. That's a bit better. So, there we go. That's not too bad. And once again, it's a bit of a twist to begin with. So, the arms of the dude, kind of like that. That's where the edge of the arm is going to go. The arm would be going up here, and the shoulders coming across there, with the hand kind of there, beginning to fold, or bend the elbow I should say. That's come around like that, that's come down there, kind of somewhere between there and there. The body and left side of the frame kind of there-ish. Cool, it's looking pretty good. And then one last frame here before we go ahead is about there where the body is beginning to turn. So again, that kind of very much middle ground, kind of like that. There we go. Just loosey-goosey, roughly where things feel like they should be. And that is all we're looking for right now, just real loose positionment of where things feel like they should be. Nothing more detailed than that, because that is whole point of these roughs. Where does it feel like it should be? All on a feeling. There we go. And then obviously after that, we're then going to have to get them running off. So that is frames 16 through 19. So, excuse me. Looking all right. So I'm just going to animate this one forwards, basically. So we're there, then we'll probably have the hand about here, going across to there, the shoulder all the way over here now, probably. We probably use the head just a bit for reference now as well. Might bring it even further forwards, actually. Looking at that. Looking at where the head is at that point. Again, making it clear where this hand is and the character here. So there's no mistaking what we're looking at here. I'll make it look as though the leg is kind of flicked back here, like so. And the line of the dress, like that. And once again, another one here, where the hand is going to be coming back across. And then just the kind of edge of the shoulders here, as that arm is continuing to come across. Might even move that back just a smidge. My pen, hang on, that's being a bit silly, so we'll use this lasso tool instead. And we'll move that kind of there. There we go, nice. Finish that off. Just like that. And one last one for when they're out of frame. So, how's that looking? Brilliant. Sorry, I didn't realise that my camera cut out there, but we'll push on with the drawing. But yeah, just working my way through. You missed some really good stuff there. I'm really sorry about that. I did all the roughs. If I turn this layer off here, you can see I did all the roughs for all of the drawing, and now I'm just going over that with the pen. But yeah, sorry that you missed that. I really wanted to show you me drawing the roughs, but I didn't pay attention to my monitor over there, and unfortunately didn't realise that the camera had cut out. So big sorry on that. Hopefully next time. But for now, it's just going to have to be a very relaxed draw over of these roughs. But yeah, I was hoping to show you those roughs. But this is a no stress, chill session, so we're not going to worry about it. And life is what it is sometimes. And today wasn't the day to show you my process of drawing roughs. Personally, I think it's the most interesting part of animation, because you get to really figure out how things are going to move. And in my opinion, that the roughs are the animation. I think everything else that comes with it are extra chores, I suppose, doing the line work. But even so, this is called Drawing with Seb. So I'm here to draw, and drawing's what I shall do. For your pleasure and your relaxation and my productivity. But yeah, it's interesting, this process, because I've never really filmed myself drawing before. I've done like the odd time lapse and things like that, but I've only recently kind of developed the confidence with my drawing in animation to happily share all my mistakes and processes with the world, because I don't know, I'm just not too bothered anymore. I've had so much on my plate that I'm just sort of like, yeah, can see all the errors. It doesn't really matter. Everyone does things that they do that they're like, oh, I wish that was a bit better. Or wow, I don't know how I made that look so good. And these accidents kind of happen. Everyone does it. And I think I've just sort of become quite comfortable with that realisation. And I think that's quite healthy, if I'm honest with you. So yeah, there will be mistakes. And I encourage for there to be mistakes. Because mistakes are where learning happens. And I love learning. Like all these skills that I'm developing, all this drawing, these are all things that I could not do. I was going to say like 4 years ago, but less than that. I couldn't do anything close to this, probably about 2 years ago. I definitely couldn't do it as quickly 1 year ago. So it's all repetition and processes and learning those processes, and that's I just love it. I love learning, I love practicing, and just doing without fear, because there shouldn't be fear. It should be fun. And this is fun. And this is something which I encourage, because I teach a lot, as well as making, and I think you should always practice what you preach, I suppose. And I tell people to make every day. All my students, I say, make something every day. And I certainly do. And I believe it wholeheartedly. Make something every day. Even if you're really tired and you're like, oh, can't be bothered, just make something. Just tiny little thing. A silly little face. Doesn't matter. It'd be good for you in the long run. Right, cool. It's getting there, it's getting there. Again, I don't need to spend ages on any of this line work. That will do the trick. So I'm probably actually going to start speeding up here. And when I say speeding up, I mean simply doing more sound effects with my mouth. Do a little clean up after. There we go. Lovely. Awesome. Right. It's looking good. Right, we're on to the next rough here. Again, they're running quickly, so I encourage messier line work. I think that would be totally appropriate here. So it's going to go real fast. Zoop, zoop. Go across, down, across, around. And bring that up here. All the way across and down for the other arm and across to the hand there. A little representation of the crown and the head and the arms, the hands. The neighbours next door are stomping, but as long as they're having fun doing it, then it's all right. There we go. Little crease there. Brilliant. Love it. Love it. Bring down the shoal line. Turn off the other one. Clean those up. Turn it back on again. And get the edges of the cloak. Now I think this is the last one? Second last one. So thumb, then across to the fingers, the hand, close up the back of the thumb, the arm, the underbit of the arm, shoulders, down across other arm, and then the rest of the cloak, the split in the shawl, turn that off, clean it up. Hey presto, looking good. Do the crown here. And the head. There we go. Last frame. Last frame. At the top of the arm coming up, reaching the shoulder and down, the shoal, bottom of the arm, and the back of the cloak to the back of the arm. There we go. So if we turn off the ruffs, we should have ourselves the finished line work of Maki in this complicated scene. Let's take a look. Here we go. You know what? You know what? That's pretty good, that does. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. And that was really low effort. I don't know what's happened, but at some point I learned how to animate, and I really don't know when. You can just sort of like, you get to a point where you just see, oh, that should be there, and then it should be there. And if they're running like that, then it'll be over there. They want to swing their arm back. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But it's nice when you look back on it and you suddenly go, ooh, that looks good. I'm pretty chuffed with that. Right, so what we're going to do then, we'll finish up. Oh, we need to do Akiva's shoal. I might do that on a separate layer as well. So in fact, what I'm probably going to do here is I'm going to duplicate this folder. Let's just close up that draft one. So I'll move this underneath because it is just for sketches. So yeah, we're going to duplicate this one, the one with Maki, move it beneath. And what I'm going to do is it's got 24 frames in it. I'm going to delete all the frames. And we're going to make empty ones. So if I get rid of those, oops, and we're going to add still vector layers. We're going to add 24 of them. Boop, there we go. So now they're all populated along the timeline here as well, but they're empty. So we're going to start off with his cloak. In fact, we might have less frames in total for his cloak because it's probably not going to move as much. So we don't need to give ourselves lots of excess work. So we're going to start off oh, her hand is naturally lower than it was. I think I made a little error there, but it will do the trick. Okay, let's zoom in now. So it looks like frame 10 is the one I just drawn on. And layer 10, so I'm going to turn these off or disconnect them. I'll disconnect these ones as well. And go to the first frame where we see Maki. And then move it there. And I'm going to add the little crease in the top, just like so, the cloak. And then I'm probably actually going to duplicate it. I'm just going to get rid of the crease. So I'm going to get rid of all those. This is going to get a little bit weird. So I'm going to reorder. So there's only 2 frames in it now. Nothing and then the cloak. And we're going to once again delete all these empty frames because they're not doing anything at the moment. And about here, just before they let go, I'm going to duplicate frame 2 and I'm going to connect this duplicated frame. I'm going to rub out the crease lines here and I'm going to kind of loosen them a little bit here so it looks like the grip is letting go. And we're going to do the same again, duplicate it on this new frame, frame 4, erase these, and we'll just go ahead and add a little kind of dissipation. And finally, one last time, but we'll get rid of all the creases. And this way, the cloak doesn't sort of wobble or wibble at all. Just lets go and then moves away. Nice. Once again, looking really nice. I like it. Yeah, all we need to do now is add colour. I love the little arm flick ups on on the little character, they kind of flick up and then they bob back down again. Oh, it's looking great. Make sure we save. Brilliant. Right. As I say, all we've got to do now is add colour. So, and that's quick enough. I like to bring in some concept art to get the appropriate colours. So I'm going to go File, Import, Image. Now, kind of spoilers, kind of not spoilers. I like to, the images that I bring in are potential spoilers. They're not really, but just so you know, if you don't want spoilers for Empireless, look away now. But if you don't mind, these are the two concept ones I'm going to bring in. There we go. So I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, Scale and Rotate. And I'm going to, I'm going to move them up into this top left corner because I don't think anything really passes here. So I'm going to put them there. How high does the head go? Okay, we'll turn them off when we go and do the head. So the fastest way to do this is we are going to duplicate these line work layers. So I'm going to highlight them and press duplicate like so. And on the ones on the bottom, I'm going to empty the folder, but they still hold the frame position. So we're then going to make, instead of vector layers, we're going to make rasterized layers. All right, so this one is Akiva. This one is a duplicate. So this one is Mackie body. And this one is Mackie head. But I also think that top one is actually the earlier ones as well. Oh, it does change. It is going to change. All right. Well, we'll figure it out. I might not label them then. I'll just call them different line works. So we'll call them L, W. Always change it to let. L, W1. This one will be L, W2. And L, W3. And these are the different fills. So we'll do this as F1, F2, and F3. There we go. So that one's done. So we can turn those off. This one here, fill 2, once again, highlight all of the layers here, and we're going to delete them. So many. I think there's 25. No, more than that. There's 34. So once again, it's going to make rasterized versions. So 34 of these. They have the frame number there, so that's how I know how many I'm doing. There we go. And lastly, this one here, there's 24 on this one. So we'll highlight these. And then 24. Rasterized layers. Okay, now it's just a matter of filling these in. So I'm going to do these one at a time. So for the line work that is whatever this is, so this is the head moving, we're going to do Mackie's fill. So that's, yeah, it's all that. So I'm going to go ahead and sample the skin tone here. Go to the fill tool, make sure that refer multiple area is on, so it's referring the line work despite being on this other one. And we're just going to go ahead and tap all the parts that have Mackie's skin tone. Oh, found an error here. So I'm going to just draw a little line. In fact, I might do this in the line work while I remember. So if we go to the line work thingy, it should be about there. Make sure we've got all of them. Yeah, the rest of those are there. So I'll continue with where I was. Going back to the fill. We don't need to rename it. There we go. We'll go to the fill tool. Select the skin tone. And again, just make our way through. Here we go. The fun that never ends. Here we go. Boom, boom. Again, mandatory sound effects required. Love it. And again, wicked. And that was going to be their hair. That is their hair. This part and this part. Here, here, and trying to get away, are we? Whoops. Boop. I need to get a little bit of a... Doop. There we go. And again, I do like these tools here. They make things a bit faster when you're doing colour fill. Might zoom in a bit. Make sure we're not missing any frames here. 2. Good. These will do the trick. Brill, brill, brill. Yeah, whenever you scrub through, you can quickly see any parts you've missed later if you have. So it's an easy fix if need be. It's nice to see that I've closed my lines there. That does help quite a bit. Ah, okay, yeah, we can't fill this yet until we turn these off, otherwise it will leave a big corner there. Oh, did I miss one? Nope. Okey-doke. La-dee-da. Right, now we're on to the hair. So once again, we'll select the hair colour, turn that off, and simply make our way through again. Making sure to get all the parts where the hair is. We still need to do one for the eyes and the jewellery after this, and then of course the 2 cloaks. I'm not going to bother with those little bits there. If anyone notices them, they're welcome to point it out to me, and I'll say I did it in 21 days. Get off my back. All right, but I'm not gonna waste time on things like that. So it's the story that matters, in my opinion. And if you can tell the story with the motion and the general aesthetic, then that's what matters. Big advocate of prioritizing story over anything else. And in my case, I have to do that with my time constraint. I'm only one guy, and I've got a lot going on, so I need to be mindful of my time. Right, there we go. Do-do-do, la-di-da. Oh, there we go. Easy to spot when you miss a bit. There we go. Nice. Cool. As we say, just got to do the eyes now. So I've got to fill those with white. And then a bit of the mouth and some jewellery. Good. Yep, looks like the camera's still working. That's good. Thought it'd be worth a check. I think it is, every now and again. Right. There we go. Cool, so now we need to get the jewellery. So we zoom in on that colour here, grab it, turn that back off again, and fill in that jewellery. Just like so. I almost need a keyboard just to jump between the different frames, but I haven't bothered to do that for my iPad yet. I do have a keyboard I could use, but I'm just chilling. I'm so used to just sort of working out and about that I don't really mind. Right, let's get some kind of like sort of dark desaturated red for the inside of the mouth here. Alright, coming together. That means got to do this for 2 other layers. One of which has only got 5 frames, so not too bad. In fact, 4 frames, if I'm honest with you. Okay, so that's one done. And now we'll do the one which has got the most going on, I think. Maybe it's just the cloak, actually. What's this one here? Oh yeah, it does have a lot going on, actually. So a few different colours in this one. Yeah, quite a few. So we'll start off with the cloak. Go ahead and drop those in. Let's make sure that is the right colour. It looks a bit darker than usual. Because it is. There we go. You can tell I've done this for a while. Okay. Here we go. Making our way through the animation. This is usually where the madness starts to set in, and again, in its own amount of quantity, a little bit of madness is good, especially when it comes to creativity. Oh. Boop, boop, boop. Looking good, looking good. Oops, hand, there we go. And all of that. Right, now we'll do the skin tone for the hand at various angles. Yeah, I love doing the cloaks. It's so fast when you see like a large area all get done in one. It's very nice. All right. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, you know, this is looking alright. I love these little like impressions of hand, because you can, just with a little sort of sticky out bit where the thumb is and a slight bend where there'd be fingers, and you just know exactly what you're working with. So, crown colour. I think it's just the one piece, isn't it? Yeah. And then after this, we've got the reds of the toy sort of body, and then it's got skin tone for the head of the toy and the little hand end bits. I was actually looking at a video today by an animator I follow who was talking about TV Paint and it being really quick at sort of working out colour fills even on roughs. I love that, especially with the style which I'm doing for my feature film You Just Lost the Game, where we don't actually do line work. It's all done in block colour, and then we do very, very minimal line work just to sort of help give the impression of what part of the fill is on top of another part. Cool. Right, almost there. We will need to do shading after this, now I think about it. Right, it appears here. And then we'll be on to the last colour. Oh, the second last colour actually, because we've got to do Akiva's cloak after this. The last colour for Maki in this sequence. It's a bit where the arms come up and they boop down again on the next frame there. Really fun, I love that. Alright, yeah, now to do the red of the little character here. It's really nice, kind of slightly coral red. Very satisfying red, this one. Kind of like an orangey red. Works as a really nice sort of balance with the shadows and a lot of the sky colours in the film. Alright. And bloop, making the arms come around there. And almost there. La-di-da. Nice. Now let's do Akiva's top. So we're going to load the picture of Akiva there. Grab the colour. It's like a slight red. Just ever so slight. Cool. And the rest of it is on the other layer. So if we now approach this one, should be nothing. And then here, 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 and here. Cool, that was quick. So yeah, now it's just onto the shading. And the way that I like to do this, in fact, I probably should have duplicated these folders before drawing on them, but it's no trouble, is we're going to select all the fill layers. I just turn them on. If I select them and I duplicate them, and then going to make them clipping masks once they're duplicated and set them to multiply. And then once again, we're going to go into these and we're going to delete the layers and we're just going to make empty ones so that there's nothing on top, but all the appropriate placements in the timeline are there. I think this one was the one that was 24 frames. Yep, and the last one was 34 frames. Was that 24 as well? It is 24. Don't know where I saw 34. Must have been 24. I don't know. As I said, a little bit of madness is good. Okay. Gonna go 24. There we go. Nice. Excellent. So, and we'll just simply rename these as S1 for shadow. And S2. Oops. S2 and S3. S3. Brilliant. And so yeah, we'll just go in and do the shadows and everything really. So we'll turn off whatever we're not doing at the time. And I want the shadow color to be the same as the sky for Akiva here. And I want it to kind of just sort of come around like that. In fact, the shadow on this one isn't going to change. So I'm going to delete these other ones here, go down to the shadow and unparent those, because the shadow on this particular layer will stay the same. That one's done, easy. Turn these ones off, turn these ones on, and we are going to draw our shadows for this sequence. So there's going to be a shadow along there, and then Maki here is going to be mostly in shadow, except a little bit of highlight on this side. It's going to come down kind of like that. And the rest is going to be shadow. So there will also be a little bit, just a teeny bit of highlight up here as well. Something like that. So again, I'm just going to do the line work for now. And then we will fill it afterwards, just so I can get the consistency looking good. And we'll do the same for this bit. Is my pen playing up a bit there? There we go. Again, probably a processing power problem or RAM thing. Once again, doing the same across this dude here. That was a huge jump then. There we go. That's because it wanted to save. There we go. Okay, cool. Now we just do this final line down here. Like that. God, those weird jumps this time. Yeah, it is mildly annoying, but I can live with it for now. Given the amount of money it saved me getting a cheaper iPad, it's definitely worth it. Right. Okay, so that's all those. So we can probably fill those in now because that's that little sequence. So bloop. Gonna just fill those in, similar to how we did the color fills, but just for the shadows now. We can also turn off onion skin for now. Don't forget these bits. There might be a bit at the top of Akiva's cloak that also needs doing. I'll just double check that in a minute. Alright, coming together. Oops, missed. There we go. Cool. And that one. Right, do I do anything up here? Oh, that was a mistake. I can fill with a transparent layer. There we go. To get rid of the mistakes here. And instead, we will, again, work our way through. I'll probably turn on onion skinning this time. There we go. Oops, that's not quite right. Let's try and match that a little bit better. Way off again, but that's okay. We'll just do that. And continue our way through. We're not doing too well on this line here. Oh gosh. You know what? Screw it. Close enough will do for me today. Okay, and last one. In fact, that is all a bit off the whole way through, but whoa, I think there was a glitch. There it is, yeah, the pen skipped. Make sure I haven't skipped anywhere else. Then we'll just find out if we get to it. All right, here we go. Okay, there was a glitch down here at some point there. Looks like there was two. One there, and at the end as well. There we go. Okay, looking alright so far. Hey, there we go. Cool, that'll do. Now, oh yeah, and this bit in between. There we go. And so now that brings us on to the next part, which is going to be this sequence here. And again, we're probably going to do a bit like this, and I think I'll do the whole hand in shade there as if the light's coming sort of across this way. Yeah, cool. So as that shoulder starts coming around, it will start becoming more in shadow. So kind of like this. And we will need to do a shadow line on that as well, but I'm just going to focus on this one for now. Look at all these gaps. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it would be nice to get a more powerful iPad, but just can't really afford it at the moment. But one day, if you want to support and follow the Patreon and help me with that, that would be really very much appreciated. But there is no need. I know it's hard times at the moment. So, yeah. Don't worry about it if not. Right, so there's... Gosh, how do I want to do this? I think there's going to be a shadow that goes across from the arm there. And then it's very much going to be like this. And once again, that's all going to be in shadow, probably to about here. And then it's coming across. So we're going to have shoulder in light, and then down from here. Again, shoulder in light, and down from here. And similar. Like that. Oh, cap. Right, now we'll go and focus on the toy. Like that. Something like this. I think like that. There we go. Just figuring out those shadow placements. Takes a little bit of brain power, but if I'm honest with you, still very fun. I probably enjoy it the most, trying to like figure out the depth of things and how we can simulate depth using shadows. Yeah, it's very satisfying. There we go. And last few frames here. I think, in fact, that will all be in shadow. Yep, that will be in shadow. Cool, so we'll just go ahead and start filling. So, this will be in shadow, as for that. Zoom in on this dude, there we go. We'll stick with it like that. Should probably add a little shadow behind the dude here. There we go. Cool. All right, where were we? There we go. Right, let's continue our way working through here. Making sure we filled everything correctly. Get in there. Looking good. That. And let's do that. Nice. Cool. There we go. Excellent. missing. There we go. Sweet. Looking pretty good. Yeah, I'll leave that filled in. Might go ahead here, just ever so quickly. Let's get rid of that. Have it catch the light just a smidge here. Probably the same as well. Yep, all of that, that, and that. But I will come in here, get rid of those. Just to give it a little bit extra light catch. Yeah, there we go, almost there. Last one here. There we go. Splendid. I think all we've got left now is the cape, I think. So if we close that up, bring this one in, turn these off. Ah, the cape's already done. Amazing. We're done. Should look at that. Should we have a little playback? Woohoo! We did it. So, oh wait, no we didn't. We still got the head. I thought I did that. Maybe we haven't done any of the head ones. No, that's what we haven't done. We still got the head ones to do. We haven't done it. Let's finish the head. So, let's do that. In fact, I might bring these, turn these ones on for reference here so we can match up the lighting. Okie doke. So, we should have something, it's just sort of illuminating our face this way, isn't it? Something like that. Again, any kind of like hints of the 3D shape of the face is a good thing. So just getting those rough kind of dips where the face will go inwards because of the shape of the skull. And here, the ear. Something like that. Something like that. We can go ahead and fill these. Like so. Probably just do these as well. Oops, on there. Need S2. There we go. Alright, almost there. Okay, now to do the bit in the next shot. It's like a two-parter shot, this one. So, turn the head here. Let me cut to here. This is going to be very much this way. Or more like, probably like that, given the shadow on the top here. bring this up and across. So it should normally go down like that. In fact, I'll probably have it go to there for now. And then we'll have it come up and across earlier. There we go. Something like this will do the trick. Cool, so let's go ahead and drop in the fills. We get more little bits here. Turn this off now as well. A little bit here, not to miss. Ooh. Do that. There we go. Back to S1. Cool. That looks good. There we go. Nice. Coming together. Brill. We'll remember to come back and get the inside of the mouth in a moment, and then we'll be all done. It's pretty cool. Real close now. No, it's been a while since I've saved. It's gonna tempt fate. Okay. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and make sure we get the inside of the mouth. That's mouth closed, yep. There you go. Nice. So, it should be done. Oh. What did I just do? File, save. There we go. Cool. Let's have a little playback, shall we? So zoom out, go to our first frame. Here we go. There we go. You can barely see the creases there, but not bad. That certainly looks really good. Amazing. We did it. What a great little session. Yeah, we'll probably call it there. I think that was a good little drawing with Seb. Sorry that the camera cut out and unfortunately you missed the rough drawing. I was chuffed with that, but it is what it is. And I hope you enjoyed this regardless. I hope you found this interesting and or inspirational. And hopefully, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.